This is the experiment where she left unexpectedly. Apparently she ran out of the room during the interview. This is what we're referring to as the trigger event. This is where things changed.
Their daughter, Natasha Abrahart, was a promising physics master's student at just 20 years old. She also suffered from social anxiety disorder. The condition prevented her from engaging with groups of people or even at times just talking about herself.
On the day she died, she was going to do something that I think for her would have been extremely frightening. It could only have increased her stress, and any extra stress is going to put you at a higher risk.
Stress is cumulative, so if you had 6 months of this problem, getting worse and worse and worse, culminating in what, to my mind, would have been horrific, putting her on stage in a huge lecture theatre in front of a crowd of people. I don't think she could have actually stood on the stage, let alone said anything.
How much of this did you know at the time?
Absolutely nothing.
30% of Natasha's course at Bristol University required oral presentations, but it was something she simply couldn't face. She took her own life on April the 30th, 2018, amid fears her parents believe she would fail her second year. A coroner ruled the university's duty of care to Natasha fell outside the scope of her inquest, so the family have gone to court. And this action that you're taking is the only way you can find out what happened.
Absolutely.
As far as the university is concerned?
I was hoping the coroner's court would do that. We just weren't allowed to ask the questions. We weren't allowed access to the witnesses that we wanted.
Natasha was one of 13 students who took their own lives while at Bristol between 2016 and 19. Each case is different, but each one exposed the fragility of these students' mental health.
The concern about the very sad losses we had a number of years ago really lit a fire under the institution, wanting to really step forward and be a leader in this area and do the very best it could.
The fact that you changed, is that an admission that you hadn't done enough before?
That's an interesting question. I think Bristol was doing the very same as every other institution at that point in time, as any other university was. What we're doing now is considered to be cutting edge. We created a one-stop shop, if you like. This is where you can fill in an online form. This is the phone number, this is the email, or you can pop in and see us, and that's what we call our wellbeing access service.
The university wouldn't talk about Natasha's case for legal reasons, but testing the limits of a university's duty of care is unprecedented in such circumstances.
She would have made an excellent research physicist, which I think is what she wanted to do, but for this one obstacle.
She would have hated what we're doing, putting her name out in the press, putting her picture everywhere. But I think she would be proud to be the person who took her first step forward in helping other people.